the KATV River Market Studio in downtown Little Rock, this is Channel 7 Good Afternoon Arkansas with Alicia Dover, Ansley Watson, and meteorologist Todd Jacobian.
Kristen Krause is joining me now to talk about mindful living and the positive effects that it can have on our lives. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's get right to it.
Okay.
What is mindfulness?
Yes. So mindfulness has actually been around for a while. The first mindfulness-based stress reduction, is the full title, clinic was in 1979, but it's recently gained a lot of momentum in the therapy world just because people are so stressed and anxious and depressed these days, and it's found to be really, really helpful focusing on that present moment awareness.
Okay, so I mean, is this meditation or is it just truly just thinking about being in the present? What is it?
Love that question, because if I say meditation, people get a little scared sometimes.
Right.
So I often explain it like under the umbrella of mindfulness is present moment awareness.
Okay.
And there's different, like little raindrops, if you will, different activities within that umbrella of staying in the present moment, like meditation, like yoga, like certain coping skills that can help us stay in the present moment.
Interesting. So what are the benefits of practicing this?
Yeah, well, I always explain it this way. So we tend to live our lives in two different extremes. Sometimes when we're depressed, we try to live in the past and we're repeating things and we're saying all the shoulds, or we try to live in the future where a lot of the unknown is, and that's where a lot of our fear and anxiety is. So if we bring it back to the present moment, we find that we're generally okay, we're generally happy. So my job as a therapist is to help you kind of lay it all out and see, are you living in the past? Are you trying to control the future? And what can we do to get you back in the present moment?
Wow, that's big. I don't think a lot of us have that mastered, right?
It's tough.
Yeah. So what are some barriers, though, that can come in the way of us being able to do that?
So people don't know what they don't know. So people are so good at judging themselves that it's scary. We have PhDs in judging ourselves. So I always tell people, if you're not going into it with an open mind, then judgment's going to be there to meet you every single time. Or people think that they don't have enough time to be mindful, but we're in charge of our schedule, so you can easily work it in. So those are some of the biggest barriers, is judgment and time. And people think, oh, I have ADHD, I can't be mindful. And I'm like, yes, you can, I promise.
So what's that look like in our daily lives?
So in our daily lives, there's a few different things. Sometimes if we just put our phones away to not have that distraction, to practice really turning inward, which can be really scary. Like, what are my thoughts telling me? What is my body telling me? The one time it's okay to use your phone is if you want to try an app, because there are so many apps out there designed to help you work in like 5 quick minutes of mindfulness. I brought a plant today because sometimes having real life around us reminds us to come back to the present moment and take care of it. So at my house, I've swapped out a lot of my fake plants for real ones because it forces me to pay attention. So when this guy is slumped over, I know I have to water him and he perks right back up. So just little things like that we can put in our routine.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty profound, though, just to set aside a few minutes and just be quiet.
Absolutely.
Be with yourself in a room, right?
And even on your drive to work, like, what is one thing I can notice today? Do I always see the same person at the bus stop? Or, wow, that tree wasn't there. Like, we can really bring it into our lives in pretty much any moment.
Yeah, and how many of us just put on music or some kind of radio show or program and get right into whatever we're going to be doing?
Exactly.
Yeah, it would be nice to just turn it off and have a nice quiet ride, right?
That's right. Sometimes you need that, right?
Definitely. So some great books on mindfulness as well that you can get out there.
Yeah, and a lot of them are targeted to different age groups. So this one is Mindful Games, so it's for children, teens, adults. Little things like this you can give as a gift. You can throw in your purse. I got this for Christmas. It has mindful little inspirations and suggestions. So I keep that with me on my desk, and I'm like, what's one small thing I can do today to be more present?
That's really neat. So you could just like draw a card. This one says, make the most of your lunch break. Get away from work and go for a walk and feel refreshed for this afternoon.
Yeah.
Man, we don't do that enough, do we?
No, we don't.
Yeah, it's just amazing too how quickly you can get stressed and just kind of live and revel in it, right? And not really pull yourself out. And then, why on earth is there a box of raisins on this table?
I was hoping you would ask me about that. So if you ever come see me in therapy, sometimes we do fun things like this, exploration. So mindful eating. So we rarely take time to sit and appreciate our food. We've got our phone, we've got somebody there. So if you research the raisin exercise on YouTube, it'll take you through a step-by-step mindful approach of how to eat mindfully. And that's a fun one.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to look that one up. You've got me intrigued. Kristen, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, great way to kick off the new year by being a little bit more mindful.